our most popular videos on the channel, is the Eidolon Batman v Superman cosplay, which is a print-on latex, kind of like a spandex suit with this velvety nice cape. And so we did an unboxing a while back on that suit, and the views started to go up, people started to comment, and then we received one little
email one morning when I got up really early, and I got an email from a guy called
Williams. I film make, and I do small little independent films, and I like this suit. I like your Superman suit. And so Ross sent me that, and he's like, hey, someone wants to hire you. And I'm like, what, really?
Call him up, and he's like, whoa.
And so then on the phone, this very deep voice pops up. He's like, hello? And I said, hi, this is my name's Joe Hodge. I'm interested in this role that you have offered us on History and Reviews of the Eidolon's Batman vs. Superman on that video. And I'm interested in becoming Superboy, if that's what he wants to call it. And he said,
okay, I'm in a business meeting. Let me call you right back.
So he hangs up the phone, and then I wait. I go into her apartment. I see my girlfriend. I'm sitting there. And then he calls me back. And then we had a
44-minute phone call with the guy, and he has a deep voice. And I kind of laughed a little bit. I didn't hear the guy talk yet at that point in time. I did later on. But yeah, so him and we were discussing it. I'm like, do you feel like you should do it?
Yes, I am.
We were talking, he's like, I'm excited. I'm like, I'm excited too. This is our dream. We always want to make a movie.
I'm thinking to myself, oh gosh, I'm so excited. So I tell my girlfriend, I tell my dad, I tell, well, my cousin Ross knows, he knew, and we were a little weary, but I told him payment offerings, which is a big thing that I wanted to get into. And he said something along the lines of $7,000, and he's had a $20,000 crowdfunding. A little later did we find out there was a $50,000 crowdfunding that he received, which wasn't not nearly as much as he made it out to be. So yeah, that happened, and then he said, well, on the phone he said,
well, just if you want to do this, I can give you an audition script, and I just want some photos from you in the Superman costume.
Joe's thinking, he's like, I'm thinking it might be a scam. And I'm like, yeah, I thought that too. We were discussing it. And I'm like, but one thing is for certain, we cannot sign any contract until we see the finalized script. Because by that point, it was 3 or 4 days later, all we had were like short excerpts of a dialogue.
And I remember very specifically, I was actually cleaning a room, and I was cleaning a room at my job, and I stopped to message him because I thought it was important. But I got up the courage to say, pardon me if this comes off rather blunt, but this whole film audition and payment we will receive is not a scam, is it? I am just making sure. Thank you, kindest regards.
The guy was saying, I have a finalized script. He even told Joe on the phone, the script is finalized, and I'll send it to you after the contracts are signed. And I'm like, you never sign anything in Hollywood or indie films until you read the script. Because if you sign it and it has things in there that you can't do or you don't want to do, you are owned by them. They own you.
And then he says, I sent you the script and you said you would be filming except for the part with the girl. This is where we run into a little bit of a problem. He thought that I meant, can you send the script before I sign the contract? He thought I meant the audition script. And then he said, I sent you the script and you wrote back you were filming Thursday. I wrote that if you were chosen for the part based on the success of the audition scene that you'd get a contract for the movie. How could you get the contract before you have done the audition and I just sent the script a second time? We even discussed that you couldn't do the one with the girl. You don't get paid for doing an audition, and obviously the contract comes after you are hired for the role based on the success of the audition. This is now cleared up.
If you refuse to comply, they can sue you for breach of contract. They can sue you for a whole bunch of other things. Failure to comply. And they can get more money out of you than you were going to get from doing the film.
It's almost like he's stating it's now cleared up. Because, it wasn't like, hope this is cleared up for you. He says, this is cleared up. Like, now. And then, as of today, February the 23rd, Saturday, I came up to my cousin's house to begin production on the audition,
We were all ready. We got the Sony FS100 out.
and I decided to call him just because I wanted to check on things and I wanted to ask him about the script
And the dude blew up on him.
on the phone, and started. He never yelled. He just said things and came off as rude. And so we had the phone call, and I went to the bathroom because I knew it was going to get heated, and indeed it did. He's like,
I already gave you the script because you said you couldn't do the part with the girl, and you can't. You only have one guy.
I actually never told him that, but we could only have one guy do the car break-in scene as opposed to two guys breaking into the car. And so, you know, then he muttered under his breath. He said,
Oh, God, you know nothing about the filming industry. My goodness.
and at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to work for this man. So hung up the phone, and then I actually drove off momentarily just to let off some steam. I didn't really let off steam. I was just trying to keep it calm, keep it cool. And so I called my cousin on Hangouts. I'm like, hey, I don't think we can do this.
And after that, he sent Job an email that said, bye forever. And that is not professional in the least bit. And if you're looking for an indie film that maybe you're a semi-rich person who made $50,000 a year and you can't actually do his dream, go and do it. It sounds like it'd be a great film. It sounds like it would be an easy film. It's not asking for much, but just make sure that you've listened to our advice on not signing any contract until you know what you're getting into.